Today, we're tackling a question I hear all the time from dentists. Is Google Ads even worth it anymore? Between corporate dental chains, massive orthodontic groups, and deep pocketed competitors, it can feel like you're walking into a poker game where the other guy's already got all the chips. Here's the thing though, small practices can compete and in many cases win, not by outspending the big players, but by outsmarting them. So in this episode, I'm going to break down what's really happening with dental Google ads right now, why so many practices waste money on campaigns that don't work, and most importantly, specific strategies you can use to drive actual new patients without blowing your budget. Hey everyone, welcome back to the No BS Dental Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Pistorius. Today we're tackling a question I hear all the time from dentists. Is Google Ads even worth it anymore? Between corporate dental chains, massive orthodontic groups, and deep-pocketed competitors, it can feel like you're walking into a poker game where the other guy's already got all the chips. Here's the thing though, small practices can compete and in many cases win, not by outspending the big players, but by outsmarting them. So in this episode, I'm going to break down what's really happening with dental Google ads right now, why so many practices waste money on campaigns that don't work, and most importantly, specific strategies you can use to drive actual new patients without blowing your budget. If you've ever run ads and thought, wow, that was expensive and didn't do much, stick around, this one's for you. So let's start by pulling back the curtain on what the playing field really looks like now for dentists and orthodontists using Google ads. Click costs are going up. If you're bidding on words like dental implants near me or orthodontist in whatever city, you're probably seeing cost per clicks that make your eyes water. And here's why. The big players, DSOs, corporate chains, national Invisalign providers, they've got massive budgets. They can afford to bid high, test endlessly, and still walk away profitable because they're spending that cost across dozens or even hundreds of locations. But here's the reality check. That doesn't mean independents like you are locked out. It just means you've got to approach Google Ads a little differently. Instead of playing the same game as the corporates, you need to play a smarter one. All right, so let's paint the picture. Right now, Google Ads for dentists and orthodontists is more competitive than it's ever been. 10 years ago, you could run a couple of ads, toss in a few $100, and patients would start calling. Those days are gone, and here's why. Click costs are rising fast. Searches for things like dental implants, Invisalign, emergency dentist near me can cost anywhere from $10 to $40 per click in a lot of markets. And remember, that's not per patient, that's per click. Corporate dental groups and DSOs dominate the ad space. They've got huge budgets, entire marketing teams, and they can afford to test campaigns until they find the winners. So patients are seeing more ads than ever between local dentists, national brands, and even companies like Smile Direct Club. People are bombarded with choices. That means your ads have to work harder just to stand out. Now, here's the kicker. Most smaller practices try to compete by just running the same generic ads the big guys do. They'll target broad keywords like dentist near me with a limited budget, send people to their homepage, and then wonder why the phone isn't ringing. And I'll tell you why. With fewer clicks, your data takes longer to accumulate. So Google's automated bidding systems don't necessarily have enough information to optimize the campaign. Also, if you're not filtering out irrelevant searches with negative keywords, you're literally paying for people who were never going to become your patients in the first place. And if your landing page looks like every other practice out there, patients won't have a reason to choose you over the corporate guys. So the bottom line here, the landscape is tougher, more expensive, and really tilted toward the big spenders. But, and this is an important but, it's not impossible for independent dentists and orthodontists to compete. We see it every day. You just can't play the same game as the big guys. You have to play a smarter one. All right, let's talk about where things usually go off the rails, because the truth is most dental practices that run Google ads don't fail because ads don't work. They fail because of how they're running them. Here are the biggest challenges I see over and over again. First, low data volume. Most practices are only spending a couple grand a month or less on ads. That means Google's automated systems don't have enough clicks or conversions to really learn what's going on. So the campaigns stay stuck in this learning phase it has, and the results feel random at best. Now, secondly, poor keyword strategy. This one's huge. Practices often go too broad. They'll bid on dentist near me. And guess what? That keyword is like trying to buy a Super Bowl airtime commercial. It's expensive and it's vague. You might get someone looking for a pediatric dentist when you don't even see kids. Without the right match types and negative keywords, you're just going to burn money. Third, weak tracking and attribution. If you're not using call tracking, if you're not measuring form fill outs, and if you don't know which patients actually came from which campaigns, you're kind of flying blind. I can't tell you how many times I've seen practices say Google ads don't work, when really they just weren't tracking it properly. Now, fourth, the lack of differentiation. Yes, I got that word right. Here's the reality. If your ad looks the same as the big corporate guys and your landing page looks the same as every other practice in town, why should a patient pick you? If you don't highlight what makes you unique, or like your patient experience, your financing, your same-day availability, you're just another option on a crowded list. And finally, poor use of ad creatives and landing pages. And this is where so many practices lose patience. Ads without extensions, for instance, landing pages that aren't mobile friendly, no reviews or testimonials, no clear call to action. You're paying $20, $30, $40 a click, but then you're losing the patient because your page just didn't convince them to take the next step. So when you put that all together, low data, broad targeting, bad tracking, no differentiation, got it again, weak pages, it's no wonder a lot of smaller practices walk away very frustrated. But here's the good news. Every one of those problems is fixable. And when you fix them, you don't have to outspend the DSOs. You actually just outsmart them. All right, now let's get into what actually does work, because the truth is you don't need to spend like a corporate chain to compete. You just need to run smarter campaigns. Here are the strategies I recommend to dentists and orthodontists that want real ROI from Google Ads. Number one, laser-focused targeting. Stop trying to be everything to everyone. Figure out the services that actually drive profit for your practice, whether it's implants, Invisalign, cosmetic cases, or even emergencies, and build campaigns around those. Use phrase and exact match keywords so you're not wasting money on random searches. And don't forget the negative keywords. They're your best friend when it comes to cutting out junk clicks. Also, tighten up your geography. If most patients won't drive more than 20 minutes to see you, don't advertise an hour away. Stay focused on the neighborhoods that actually bring you profitable patients. Number two, dial in your tracking. You cannot improve what you can't measure. Every call, every form, every online booking needs to be tracked. And don't just stop at leads. You want to know which ones actually turned into new patients. Tools like call tracking numbers and CRMs integrated with your Google Ads account can make this simple. If you know it costs $200 in ad spend to acquire a new implant patient worth $5,000, suddenly ads look a little bit more attractive, wouldn't you say? Number three, differentiate. Third time I hit that. Your ads and landing pages. Don't just run generic best dentist near you ads. Highlight what makes you different. Do you offer same-day crowns, free consultation, 0% financing, extended hours? Put that front and center on your landing pages. And then when somebody clicks, send them to a landing page that actually converts. That means clear headlines, proof like reviews and testimonials, photos of real patients or your team, and a strong call to action. Book your free consult or call now for same-day appointment. Not 10 paragraphs of fluff about your philosophy. Number four, be strategic with your budget and bidding. You don't need to outspend the big guys. You need to out-optimize them. Start with a realistic daily budget, then adjust based on what's actually working. For smaller accounts, sometimes a more manual or target CPA bidding strategy is better than fully automated campaigns that require tons of data. And don't forget about scheduling. If no one answers your phones at night, why pay for clicks at 11 p.m.? Run your ads during the hours when somebody's ready to pick up the phone. Number five, use other channels to amplify your results. Google Ads is powerful, but it's not the only game in town. Bing Ads often has lower cost per clicks and can work well for certain demographics. Your Google business profile is huge for local searches. Keep it updated with reviews, photos, and posts. And social ads, Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok, are excellent for cosmetic dentistry, before and after cases, and awareness. Remember, Google Ads should be one piece of your overall marketing system, not the whole thing. So when you put all of this together, tight targeting, solid tracking, differentiated ads, smart budgeting, and supporting channels, you've got a strategy that lets you punch way above your weight class. All right, so you know how to run smarter campaigns, but just as important is knowing what not to do. Because honestly, these mistakes are what drain most practices' budgets and make them swear off Google Ads forever. I've seen it so many times. Mistake number one, overbidding on generic keywords like dentist near me. Sounds like a great idea, but it's also the most expensive and competitive keyword you can chase. Without a big budget and smart targeting, you're going to bleed money fast. Mistake number two, ignoring negative keywords. If you don't actively block out irrelevant searches like people looking for free dental care or pediatric services that you don't offer, or even jobs at a dental office, you'll pay for clicks that will never become patients. Mistake number three, paying for clicks when you're closed. If your staff isn't picking up the phone after 6 p.m., then why pay for clicks at 9 p.m., right? All you're doing is funding Google's bottom line. Mistake number four, weak landing pages. Sending ad traffic to your homepage or a page that doesn't look like everyone else's is a huge waste, or a page that does look like everyone else's, I should say. If you don't have reviews, photos, and a clear call to action, you're throwing away those $20 to $40 clicks. Mistake number five, not testing or optimizing. Ads are not a set it and forget it thing. You've got to test copy, try different offers, look at which landing pages convert best, and then keep refining. If you can avoid these five pitfalls, you're already ahead 80% of the practices that are wasting money on Google Ads. Now, let's bring this all together. Let me give you a quick example of what this looks like in real life. Let's say we've got a practice, call it Oak Hill Dental. It's a single location office in a mid-sized market city, and the doctor really wants to grow his implant cases. They've tried Google Ads before, but here's what happened. They ran broad keywords like dentist near me and tooth replacement, spent about $2,500 in a month, and sent everyone to their homepage. At the end of the month, they had a pile of clicks, no idea where the calls came from, and maybe one inpatient lead. The doctor was frustrated and swore ads don't work. Now, here's what happens when we fixed it. Instead of going broad, we run phrase and exact match keywords like dental implants Oak Hill and implant dentist near me. We had negative keywords like jobs and free clinic to filter out junk. We created a dedicated landing page. Headline says, regain your smile with dental implants. Include testimonials, before and after shots. Financing options is huge with implants. And a big button that says schedule your free consult. We set up call tracking so that every phone lead is recorded, and we run the ads only during office hours so staff can pick up. End of the first month, they're spending the same $2,500, but now they've got 12 implant leads and 5 of them scheduled consults. Even if only 2 go forward with treatment, that's a $10,000 to $15,000 in production on a $25 ad spend, maybe more than that. So you see the difference? Same budget, same city, the only change was strategy. That's the power of running smarter, not bigger, when it comes to Google Ads. So let's bring this home. Google Ads is not dead for dentists or orthodontists by any means. Yes, it is more competitive. Yes, the big guys have bigger budgets, but that does not mean you can't compete. What it does mean is that you have to be smarter and more strategic with every dollar you spend. So to get started, here's 3 action steps that you can take starting this week. Number 1, audit your current account. Go look at your search terms, the report, and add at least 5 negative keywords that are wasting your money. Number 2, check your tracking. Make sure you know exactly how many new patient calls or online bookings come from your ads. If you don't have call tracking set up, get it done. Number 3, build or update one dedicated landing page for your most profitable service. Keep it simple, clear, and loaded with trust factors like reviews, before and after photos, or financing options. Do just those 3 things, and I guarantee you'll start seeing a difference in how effective your campaigns are. Remember, you don't need to outspend those corporate dentists. You just need to outsmart them. And when you get this right, you can turn Google Ads into one of the most predictable, controllable drivers of new patients for your practice. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the No BS Dental Growth Podcast. If this episode got you thinking about your own Google Ads, reach out. I'd love to chat and how we could put these strategies to work for your practice if you need some help. Until next time, keep growing and keep doing dentistry your way.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Dental Marketing Podcast. Make sure to visit our website, www.kickstartdental.com/podcast, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Spotify, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. If you are ready to grow your practice, then you might want to schedule a free strategy session with us. Just go to kickstartdental.com and click the free strategy session button and give us 15 minutes of your time to change your practice forever. Be sure to tune in next week for our next episode. And thanks for listening to the Dental Marketing Podcast by Kickstart Dental Marketing, where dentists go to win online.